I'm not gonna wait for y'all to get in here because I'm super hungry. It is late, but better late than never. And today was super productive. Y'all know the plantation for reparations campaign is underway. Yeah, can y'all see that? It's okra. Some people said they don't like their gumbo red, but my sister, like, you know, she went to Dillard. So she spent a lot of time in New Orleans. So red gumbo is my favorite way to make it. I've made it without the tomatoes, of course, but this is my favorite way. Someone said on my other page they have to do it vegan. It's no red meat, so these sausages are filled in roast. These sausages are filled roast, which are made out of potatoes and eggplant. But I do have real crab meat and real shrimp in this. Tabasco, okra, no mushrooms. Usually I haven't put mushrooms in it, but no mushrooms tonight. And it is delicious. So we're gonna get in her. Trolls will be blocked. But we're gonna get in here and we're gonna do this mukbang. I also, guys, trying to not do any fake sugar this month. So I am snacking on strawberries there. Also delicious. Also have some grapes. Trying to do no fake sugar this month, y'all. We're gonna make this about black love, right? We're gonna love these black bodies all the way around. And that includes that definitely includes what we eat, what we consume. I'm also trying not to get into arguments with black folk this month. I'm already not doing so great with that one, but I promise that's gonna get better. Every day it's getting closer. So yeah, no chicken in this gumbo, but shrimp, lump crab meat, fake sausage. I was gonna say I'm gonna try to give up the fake meats altogether, but man, for these sausages, they have this type of flavor. Like, cause I haven't eaten pork legit since I was 16, so it's been a long time. So I never really thought about the taste of sausages, right? But I started eating filled and roast. And I thought, okay, I can eat sausages. Now we are gonna. I'm just waiting for y'all to get in here before we start talking about Manchurian Candidate. Outside of Malcolm X, it's literally one of my favorite Denzel Washington performances. Y'all know I'm just into politics like that anyway. But um I'm an avid reader. And for a good period of my life, I follow movies that were made from books. And that encourages me to read the book. And so was the case with Manchurian Candidate. It was a book, and when I found out about the original version, you know, that even intrigued me more. So, welcome, y'all. Let's see what I'm drinking. My infused water. No fake sugars this month, y'all. No fake sugars. So, because I'm not even gonna lie, I do like the occasional soda, but not even soda this month. Hey, y'all. Let's see if we're coming in here. I hope y'all are seeing the movie because I don't want to give y'all no spoiler alerts. Y'all know I'm bad at these mukbangs. I'm getting better. But it's very hard for me to finish anything because I only eat once a day. So, yeah. Y'all already know. Alright. Y'all, let's get these likes up. Let's get these likes up. This is a late nighter. Y'all have told me y'all like late nighters, so I'm here for you. So y'all, if y'all are on TikTok, please follow me over there. I am TikTok. I'm sorry. I am Colored Only Courtney on TikTok. Y'all, in my church, growing up, we had a mulberry bush. And if you would put the mulberries in the water, you would see all the little worms squiggle out. It used to blow my mind. We would still eat them. The mulberries, that is. But it did used to be kind of funny to put them in the water afterwards. after we got home and watched all the little worms squiggle out. My daughter says that's weird, but meanwhile, we people consume so much stuff that has expired, but you're given when you do food manufacturing, you're given like 2 expiration dates. So it's not expired until it's expired. So a lot of stuff that we're eating off the shelves has already passed its first expiration date. When there are living bugs and things, that's proof that it's alive. It's alive. Well, all right. We're about to get in here. Who always in here? Y'all know when I'm eating, I can't really pay attention to the chat. But I don't know who's texting me. Y'all know I'm just live. All the way live. All right, so we are going to thank you, babe. We're gonna talk about it. Okay. All right. All right. So hopefully you guys have seen Manchurian Candidate. If you have not, I don't know what to say for you. But hopefully you've seen it because like I said, I don't want to give too many spoiler alerts. I mean, I don't want to give too many spoilers. But basically what it is about is it's about a decorated US vet who basically is the center of becomes like the center of like a conspiracy theory to make him out to be some type of, PTSD deranged nut. That is the role played by none other than the Denzel Washington. And y'all, hopefully I'm not freaked out, but I eat the whole strawberry. This part, the stems and all, is actually the most nutritious part, but most of us throw them away, and we shouldn't. So, I do consume that part. At any rate, they're making. You can see kind of like where you can see during the trajectory of the movie, they're making Denzel Washington out to be this kind of like this paranoid type of psychotic dude. But it's like you as the viewer, you know that he knows what's going on. But as you're watching it, you can imagine how this is playing out in the media. And it reminds me of that great Malcolm X quote that if you're not careful, the media will have you thinking that the victims are the predators and the predators are the victims. I mean, it's so true with this case. You have this situation where apparently this decorated U.S. vet is supposed to be like grateful that he gets to represent his country by doing like being on this press circuit and that sort of thing. And then they start to highlight him more as he is identified as the number one person who saw this potential presidential candidate or vice presidential candidate, who was supposed to be the president, because what it was he was going to be the vice president and they were going to assassinate the president, and so therefore making him, the president without him having to do the whole full out campaign and the vetting process. So, because as we know, when they're vetting for the vice president, it's not as vigorous. And so his mother, who was a senator, played amazingly by Meryl Streep. Meryl Streep, y'all, don't get her confused with Glenn Close. Many people I know, I was about to say many of us, but it ain't just us. Many people I know do confuse these two, Marilyn Streep and Glenn Close, but this was none other than an incomparable Meryl Streep, and she gave it. I mean, she gave it. When you ask me what did she give, she gave Hillary Clinton. She gave Elizabeth Warren. She gave Nancy Pelosi. She gave. Hey, Africa. Africa. Welcome, welcome. Y'all, you're not used to seeing me this late, I know, but I am working very vigorously throughout the day. With the Plantations for Reparations campaign. TikTok has me busy, y'all. I don't know what y'all doing over here on YouTube, but TikTok has your girl busy. She has me busy, busy, busy. So, I'm doing lives over there. The engagement machine is really big over there. It's definitely that is a different type of animal. TikTok, TikTok. You're on there all day. But welcome. I'm so glad to see you here tonight. Welcome, welcome. So, at any rate, during the course of the movie, what happens is once again another appearance by none other than my girl Kimberly Elise. And I had the name right last week because remember last week when we were talking about Set It Off. I kept confusing with Kimberly Elise Neal or Elise Neal. I think her name is Elise Neal. Yeah, that's what it is. And so I couldn't, kind of separate the two at the time. But today I'm able to. Yeah, let me clean my camera off really quick. I think when I touched it, when I tilted it back up, I got some gumbo juice on it. Just one moment, y'all. Just let me clear my camera up. We're gonna keep talking, but just let me clear this camera up for a second because it's upsetting me, my blurriness. So, with that being said, the candidate that's being dressed or being prepared to be the next vice president, and subsequently the president, is played by Liv Schreiber, and I hope I'm pronouncing his name right, Liv Schreiber. And I have loved Liv Schreiber's acting for a long time. I think since Schindler's List. Y'all, it's something about those long jackets. I love seeing a man in a long wool coat. Like I love that. I just think that just looks so. It's very handsome. It's very handsome. It's very appealing, and I found that every time I am in the midst of a man with one of those jackets on, I am very I'm very tuned in to what they're talking about, what they are what their movements are. I'm just very interested. I'm very intrigued. Um, oh, sweet girl. Got a little kitty cat here. So this is a little blurry. I'm so sorry. I don't know if y'all are seeing it, but it's a little blurry to me. And for some reason, when I tried to cam off, my cam is stuck. So I'm just gonna have to do it the best way I can. Is that better? Doesn't seem like it. Let me try again. I don't know. That might be just as good as it gets. So, um, uh, in the movie, Kimberly Elise is an agent, federal agent, undercover. Just like, you know, kind of like her duty is to trail. Uh, I'm 43 this year. I'm grown, 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 grown. um, so in the in the event that she is in the event of this movie, she is trailing um Denzel Washington's character and making sure that he is not going rogue, like he is not, you know, that he is taking meds, that he's not doing anything that's too out of the ordinary. Um, Even though they're setting it up so that he is going to be the uh, the president's assassin, it's like it's not really connecting the dots as far as his background. Like he's not coming off to be that type of character, and so her role. Wow, thank you so much, Africa. I'm gonna pin that. You trying to get pinned up in here? I'm gonna pin that. Well, I thank you so much. I think that is because I drink a lot of water. I have a very regular exercise routine. I don't drink any alcohol. I have not had the activity of the sexual activity for about 7 years. And actually, I've read a couple of studies. They did say that, you know, consistent sexual activity actually ages you for some reason. I don't know. Um, but trust me, I didn't become abstinent so because I, you know, read that study and thought, well, great, that's what I'm going to do. Not. And if you would have told me 10 years ago I would be going this long without that type of activity, I probably would think that, you know, you kind of bumped your head a little bit. But here I am 7 years in. And so, full disclosure, y'all, I met someone yesterday. Beautiful guy. Beautiful guy. And he's the type of guy that had I, number one, not have children, and number two, you know, were in a different state of mind when it came to, you know, sex and relationships and all of that good stuff, definitely would not have mind saying, you know what, just met you, but don't care. Let's just throw caution to the wind and let's get this thing going. But here I am in this realm, and I am a mother, and I do have strong convictions regarding sex and relationships. And I am not in a reckless abandon time of my life. So, all that being said, no, we did, you know, exchange numbers, but um I did ask him about his dating situation, and he definitely revealed to me that he is seeing a couple of people. And when he said that, like, you know, it went, you know, my little everything that was rising kind of got settled down. But like I said, we exchanged numbers, so I'll let you know, you all know how it goes. But when I say immediate, there are not too many men that I meet and that I'm immediately like, whoa. But he was such a man's man. Like, he was such a man's man. I could not help but to just give him my attention and just really be into him. He was chivalrous, you know, he was God fearing. Uh he had great taste in music. So all of the wins, right? All of the wins, no children, younger than me, from Montgomery. Y'all know I love them country boys. I don't know what y'all heard about me. Somebody said that to me the other day. They were like, I know you probably used to those like corporate types and da da da. And like, I think the people just do get it misconstrued because my ex-husband is a lawyer, Ivy League educated lawyer. But he's from New Orleans, and y'all know how I feel about New Orleans. Now I love me some New Orleans, but I love those Gulf guys. Gulf country is a different country. It's a different country. But I love country boys. I like, the South Carolinas, North Carolinas, Mississippi, Alabama. Alabama's kind of where I draw the line. Arkansas is a different engine. I've met a couple of dudes from Arkansas, and it's like, I don't know about that one. But Alabama, for sure. Alabama's a good one. And then Florida, you know, I would love to say, and I'm not one of the people that are opposed and saying, dating people from your. I know women and men, mostly women. Let me just say that. I'm even going to say men. Mostly women I know, they would say, "Oh, never date someone from your hometown." I've heard a lot of women say that. Never date someone from your hometown. Never date someone from your hometown. You can from your hometown, but never date, like never marry somebody from your hometown. And I was never like that. Like I never thought of it like that. It just didn't happen that way, but I surely didn't think of it like that. How did we get off this topic? Y'all, look how cute this is. Look how cute this is, y'all. And I'm gonna I'm gonna add some pictures later, but this was $10 from Walmart, y'all. $10. But let me tell y'all, I have found a hoodie making um app. Well, I've found a hoodie making uh company through the through an app. Like you plug in what you want, and it's black owned. You plug in what you want on the hoodie. You plug in the color, what have you. Whether you want a crop top style or whether you want low or what have you. You plug that all in, and they send it to you, and it's black owned. So I definitely will be utilizing them from this point forward. Uh, so you said, can relationships work without sex? Um, can I stand up? No, I will not be standing up today. No, you need to become a member of my. You need to become a member of my channel, of my website. I do a lot of different. I do some outfit hauls. But this is a cute one. This is a really cute one. But I will not be standing up today. No, I will not. But can relationships work without sex? I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know. I've never had a relationship without it. The last relationship that I was in was, of course, I was engaged, and we were not having sex for a year, and you know, we did not end up married. But my website is coloredonlycafe.com. Yes, you should have known my website by now, Miss Africa. Mhm. I think you were supposed to get a membership a long time ago. I don't know what happened. You were supposed to get a membership like 2 months ago. But yes, it is coloredonlycafe.com. I do outfit hauls. I do menus, that sort of thing. So it's a little bit more of a intimate. It's a little bit more of intimate content, but it's not like it ain't no OnlyFans, y'all. It's just more it's just more involved. It's just more in depth into my day to day activities, as opposed to when y'all see me on here. It's usually on Mondays, Wednesdays, and maybe a Friday here and there. But with my website, I am there every day. I develop content just for my members on the website. So yeah, make sure you become a member, and it takes about a month to unlock everything, but immediately you'll have access to my my colored only conversations, which are really good. Can I just tell you all that I just burped and it was the most like delicious burp? Y'all, it's because of the strawberries. Okay, how am I this far off of topic? I am so sorry. All right, back to what I was saying, the nature at hand. So, the reason why I like this, and I've seen both versions and I've read the book. So the reason why I like this version best is because, spoiler alert, but because Denzel Washington's character doesn't die. And both other versions, yes, he does die. No, I'm sorry, he doesn't die. He dies, but he also is remembered as the person that did actually assassinate the vice president, leading way to leading way to this implanted candidate that's controlled by this conglomerate of people that are pushing for a world war. This is why they wanted to get a soldier so that when he says, "Hey, we need to go to war," because you guys know wars make money. They make money for these countries because you gotta manufacture these weapons and then you gotta sell off this equipment. Kind of sounds like something else. But so you gotta sell off all of this equipment, masks, and this sort of thing. And then also too, it's just it can become a very money making machine because it's a strategy to get certain people into positions or into money making ventures that normally would not. All of a sudden now you can call on it's like having a friend and you're saying, "Hey, I'm going to look out for you. I'm going to look out for you," but there's never an opportunity that you have to look out for them. But when this war comes along and your friend makes these guns, you can say, "Okay, now this is it. I need you to make me, I need 1,000 of this, that, and we need this and that, and we got to, bullets." Wars take money to fund, and so whenever something takes money, somebody is making money. So uh this conglomerate, this like group of just capitalistic men basically have designed, or they paid the scientists to design this chip that will make them be able to control this guy's thoughts. And they plan on putting him into the office. And the senator is all for it because she feels like America has gone soft, and they're like, easily looked at as not being strong, and she doesn't like that because she comes from a legacy of political figures. Another reason why I like this movie, right? I can relate. And she wants to have a legacy of, being just having a very strong, having a very strong uh just having a very strong kind of family lineage. And so therefore, families that can always just walk somebody into office, that's really powerful. So think of the Kennedys and that sort of thing. So it's supposed to have that same type of energy. So at any rate, he was designed to literally lead the country into war, and therefore fulfilling a lot of these partnerships and all of these kind of treaties and agreements, and then also at the same time making these manufacturers money. So here comes Denzel Washington's character, who's kind of like, this guy is weird. I'm remembering some different stuff. I'm not remembering him being this war hero. I just want to talk to him about this, but he became identified as a threat. And once he was identified as a threat, he was looked at as okay, we can now not we can we now not only need to see him as a threat, but we can use him. We can literally use him to kill the president, and it could make it look like he was going after the vice president. So therefore it's making like the vice president once again look like this hero, and then the vice president becomes the president. Like it was going to be a great plan, but boom, no. And that's why I think I like this version so much better, because here we have the reason why that ain't wasn't going to happen, because Denzel Washington got too much star power for that. He has too much star power. Now when Frank Sinatra played in the original Manchurian Candidate, he was known, of course, as being, he wanted to get into the movies, but he was known as, being a singer. So it was kind of like, he's glad for having the roles, and, even though you know, I've read a couple of books, including Marilyn Monroe, a couple of autobiographies of Marilyn Monroe, which you know, who you all know was once married to Frank Sinatra. And for any of y'all who don't know, I spent a good about 20 years of my life being very obsessed with Marilyn Monroe. So I'm very, very well studied up on this on this iconic person in our history, right? So and when I first came on to actually YouTube, my actual name was Afro Monroe. It went from Afro Monroe to Coco Monroe. So, but Afro Monroe was my first name. But anyway, again, digressing. um, but I read a couple of her autobiographies as well, and it was basically saying that because he was so interested in being into the Hollywood business, there were certain, you know, he got into involved in a couple of very, very nefarious relationships with, you know, those that will not go mentioned, that those that would go unmentioned. But at any rate, his character, you know, takes the is the fall guy. And then in the book, of course, that character was the fall guy. But in this particular version, Denzel Washington is not the fall guy. He gets to be the hero, and he gets to you know, he gets to make sure that he's the one that lives and not the designed soldier becoming president. So, and it was sentimental and beautiful actually to see that there may not have been a friendship there between Liv Schreiber and, am I saying his name right? Can somebody please correct me? Because I hate to be loud and wrong. I really do. I don't mind being loud. I don't mind being wrong, but I do mind being loud and wrong. So if I'm saying his name wrong, please let me know. So at any rate, they weren't friends, but there was a respect there. And I just really kind of loved how that looked because I've been in relationships like that. When I say relationships, I don't mean romantic, but I mean I've been in relationships where it might be a classmate, it might be a colleague at work, it might be someone who maybe works for the same uh, company, but maybe not in my particular division. But romantic? No, 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 no. It was not. It was not. Nah, don't do your boy Denzel like this. It was not romantic at all. It was a it was just a it was a respect. It was a respect. And Liv Schreiber really respected him for going against the grain, not giving up, um seeing his plan through. He respected his conviction. And I think he respected the fact that he was strong. He was stronger than what they were planted with because of all of the men that had this chip implanted. Denzel Washington had not committed suicide, and he had not quintessentially going crazy. You know, anything that he was doing, kind of he doubted. He doubted. He doubted his memories, but he did not doubt himself. If that makes sense. Does that make sense? So, you said, how long can a woman stay without having sex? Well, with me, I'm willing to go. I'm willing to go to the end. I mean, to the end of my life here. I really am because I'm just not going to have sex just to have sex. First of all, y'all, I am a very hands-on, involved mother. I really can't say that enough. My babies right now, you know, both of them, I'm raising two teenagers. They're both still up. Like they're both just gonna be up until I go to sleep. Like that's what they do. So I can't even imagine a time where I can just have like, you know, I can just have a guy over or me going out with this guy and they're not like, what are you doing? Where are you going? Why are you there? Where are you here? That's just, you know, it's been just us for almost a decade. So, like I said, they're now both teenagers. My son just made it into his teen years a couple of weeks ago. And my daughter will be going into 15. You know, she's going for her driver's permit this year. So, I mean, I've heard this too. People say, well, once they get older, it's like, they won't be as involved in your life. They'll be kind of involved doing their own. That may be the case traditionally, but I have not had a traditional relationship with my children. And when I say it's not traditional, I mean, it has not been like, it has not just been compartmentalized. Like my children have gotten to see my whole self as a parent, as a mom, as Courtney, as a woman. They've gotten to see my whole self. So it hasn't been no, okay, I'm going out on a date and you guys are here with the sitter. We have slumber party nights where we all sleep, we sleep in my room, we sleep together. Um, and I know even that sounds weird sometimes when I say it out loud, but like I said, I really do. I enjoy my children's company. We have our own like language. We have our own just kind of witty sense of humor, which I get from my mom. So I'm just so pleased that I kind of have passed it along to my children. But yeah, for the most part, we do not have a typical relationship where it's just like I'm not into no, hey, me and my children are friends, but I do have a very open relationship with my children where we do talk very openly about, very uncomfortable conversations. I know too much about someone who my daughter is very obsessed with, her crush. I know too much about how my son is developing and what type of girls he is finding attractive and what he's looking for in a lady. I know too much. I know way more than what, my mom ever knew of myself and vice versa. But yeah, and I think that's just because of the fact that it has not been, it has not been many distractions, or as I like to call them, distractions, when it comes to myself and my children. I made a promise to my daughter when she was 7 that I would never allow another man to come in between our relationship, and I'm grateful. I believe I've held true to that, and have made sure that that has not been the case. My daughter and my son both they're everything to me. Those are my legacy bearers, and um, they're, of course, I'm not doing it all right. I'm not doing it all wrong, but I know I'm not doing it all right. But I don't want either one of my children to ever say that, hey, their mom didn't try. Their mom didn't try. I think that's the biggest that's the biggest gift I think I could ever get at the end of my life long. That I can look into my children's eyes and my grandchildren and my great grandchildren, and hopefully my great great grandchildren. I can look into their eyes, and they can fully know that they have someone that was always in their corner, that always rooted for them, that always supported them, that always encouraged them, that always also inspired them. You know. So y'all get me up. How y'all get me up here crying? I'm talking about Manchurian Candidate. Y'all got me crying here today. But yeah, I definitely and my children have not seen this movie with me. I have watched this movie a couple of times. I watched it a couple of times back in, what are we in now? I watched it a couple of times back in December. I surely did. But they weren't as interested. Like I said, it is a political movie. It's political sci-fi. It's not as much drama as my son would like, and it definitely is not as much Hayden Christensen as my daughter would like. So they were not as interested, but it was free on YouTube. So I remember I just took a self-care day and sat home on Wednesday and just, that's what I did. I watched it, I think, twice. I watched it back to back. But I have been watching this movie literally since it came out. My ex-husband and I were both very into the very much into the concept. And then when I read the book, I remember, just going up to I think they still had a copy actually at the bookstore in Philly. And while my husband would go to, law school, y'all, I would go to the bookstores, and you know, as somebody put it in my complex, I was still knowledge. Someone told me that I think in some, I think, what, I don't think that, I don't know, I didn't mention that. And you said cuz someone, like we were having that conversation. We weren't. I like a man that is, definitely very well endowed, but and I've had pretty good experiences for the most part with men that are. I was uh disappointed, I guess, best word term. A year ago, literally about a year ago, where I thought it was, I was going to be soon heading into that non-abstinent category. I really hit it off with this gentleman, and we had great chemistry, great chemistry. We kissed, and all of that was really good. And then when I saw his member, I knew we couldn't do anything. And I just remember just thinking, this is pretty sad. So I call him, this is not his name, but I call him No Peter. I do. Yeah, I do. I call him No Peter. But yeah, and then I think, and it's sad too that women get shamed for, they like a man that's very endowed. I've heard, I've seen, men say several times, if a woman likes big, whatever, horse dudes, she don't have no walls because clearly she can't have no walls if she's liking these horse dudes bang her down. But, I mean, these same women give birth to babies. Like, they give birth to children. So it's like, hey, I think we can take a little stretching out there. I do like stretching out myself, but like I said, I know that that's not the case for. I've had plenty of conversations with women saying that 4 inches, 5 inches is more than enough for them, and great. Great for them. Great for them. That's not the case over here, but great for them. But I like, I usually like tall men, and so yes, it was small. It was. That's why his name is No Peter Peter. No Peter. His name isn't Peter, but his nickname, in my memory, is No Peter. But like I said, he was a cool dude, very cool dude, had great conversation. And then I thought that it was very odd that he really wanted to kind of push the issue, because of course we didn't, we didn't consummate the relationship. But like a couple of days later, after um the first time I'd seen his member, he was basically saying how he wasn't interested in being like in a relationship, but he did, kind of want to continue to see me because he just loved my vibe, he loved my energy. Um, but he was just really trying to make it clear that it would be a sex only relationship. And of course, I wasn't going to agree to that because you're not even equipped to have a sex only relationship. Like I might as well just continue to do what I'm doing, which is not having sex, because you don't have what it takes to have sex with me. With me. If I'm being a bi teach ch, I understand. I understand. Some people are not ready for women to have this type of honest conversation. I had an ex who wasn't ready to have this conversation, and like I said, he wasn't a small guy. I've been, like I said, pretty um pleased with the men that I have been intimate with in that regard. But he wasn't as physically as attractive as you know, as I'm used to, accustomed to, like my type of guy particularly. But he was tall. He was tall, but he just wasn't, you know, there were certain things that he wasn't. He can't had like women hips and that sort of thing. And he made some comment one time, and he was just like, if a woman is into anybody else but the man that she's with, like that's uh what he called, he said that's harlot behavior. His words, that's harlot behavior, you know. And I was like, let me get this straight. Let me just get this straight for a second, you know, because I'm asking for a friend. Um, are you really saying that, you know, no, he said if a woman's fantasy was anybody else than the man she was with, it wasn't natural and it's harlot behavior. It's harlot behavior. And this was years ago, y'all. This was years ago. And so I was just like, let me get this straight. So do you think that all of these women that are going to the Miami Heat games to see LeBron, because you know we were dating at the time that LeBron was there, and I said, do you think all these women going to the Miami Heat games to see LeBron, you think that they're all just really into basketball? And if they're not, you think that they're all just harlots? Because I think we should go to a game. I kid. I had already been to some games. But I like basketball, but seriously. Um that is for my man. That is for my man. I like what I like. Let's just say that. I like what I like, and um you know, but that's for my man, and when I say my man, I mean my husband. I'm not, like I said, I'm not a casual sexer. I'm not just looking to date a dick. Period. Thank you, Mr. Africa. I'm not just looking to date a dick. I'm looking for a full package, but like I said, typically I like a man that is endowed, and when it's going to get there, and thankfully the men that I have, for the most part, been intimate with have been. I have not been disappointed in that category, so to speak. But that's not to say that there aren't great men that aren't, my preference when it comes to size, that they aren't, quality men for somebody. And like I said, I've had plenty of conversations with a lot of women about this, and they clearly say 4 or 5 is enough for them. That's not the case for Courtney, but I've heard plenty of women that have said that that's okay for them. So the world don't revolve around me, you know. I'm just a squirrel in it trying to get a nut. All right, so let's see. Let's see. Any other questions? Because we're gonna be closing up soon. Y'all, this has been fun. This has been fun. Like I said, I gave some spoilers. I am just taking my cues from TikTok, y'all. For some reason, YouTube likes longer lives. TikTok likes shorter lives. Instagram, I think Instagram is like you more than 15 minutes you've been on a live too long. 15-30 minutes is them top. um so even though I'm used to doing long lives over here, because I have gotten so kind of I've gotten really comfortable with the setup on TikTok. I'm not going to be getting into long lives here too much. But again, if you ever want to see more of me, I do make exclusive content on my website, and that's the place to do it. A lot of Courtney. We are going to be doing uh, colored only content coming up very soon. So that means you won't even be able to see it here. I still actually come on to YouTube just because, you guys, I have so many subscribers that literally this is the only place where they are following me at. And I'm appreciative of that. I'm appreciative of that. I do not want to, I don't want to dismiss any of my uh glowers and lighters. And so I do come on here just because there's so many YouTube subscribers that this is the only place that we engage. But I do have colored only content developing, and it will only be on coloredonlycafe.com. So I am asking everyone, thank you, Miss Africa. I'm asking everyone to please make sure you become a member on coloredonlycafe.com. I think it's only $5 a month now. Once this exclusive content comes on board, which is very soon, it will go up. it will go up. It'll increase. The monthly subscription will go up. So please make sure you go ahead and join now. And yeah. Yeah, this has been a real fun one. Like I said, we may have gotten off topic a little bit. I was not expecting to talk about my sex life and love life and all that good stuff. But y'all, it is par for the course. It's late. I know how we get down with our late night conversations. We will be returning to Glow After Darks. Those will definitely be returning. I have to get set up in my new location. I have to get everything set up because in the area that I'm at, it is literally it's very limited connection regarding Wi-Fi and all of that good stuff. So I have to have my own complete setup because there's no space for me to connect to. So I see y'all are coming in here, but y'all be doing this. This only happens on YouTube. I promise you. In TikTok and in Instagram, people come in early. On YouTube, y'all come in here like at the end. It never fails. Y'all come in here like after an hour. Y'all see something running an hour, and that's when y'all start coming in. But y'all gonna stop it. Y'all gonna stop it. Gonna stop it. Do 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 do. Mm. Wow, that water and lemon just be so refreshing, though. I like to do a gallon a day. I like to do a gallon a day. So, um, mm, 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 mm. Yeah, I have to be up for a little bit, so I have to put on some music so I can stay awake and stay up because I don't do coffee. But I am very much looking forward to our next live. We will be live on Wednesday. What's glowing on? I have a very special guest. Make sure you tune in. Yeah, who is that? Y'all are really coming in here. Y'all are really coming in here. Y'all are funny, 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 funny. But until next time, y'all know what to do. Oh, you said you need to try the water? Look, I had to come back. I saw that line. Yes, a gallon a day. A gallon a day. You need to. You need to. Let's see here. And the next time y'all know what to do. Y'all better glow up and make sure you tune in on Wednesday at 5. We have a very special guest. I cannot wait. We're gonna have a very good conversation, great conversation, and she has a lot of stuff developing that is just gonna blow your mind. Might have to play that Eve and Gwen Stefani song. If I had to give you more, it's only been a year. Now I got my foot in the door, and I ain't going nowhere. It took a while to get me, and I'm gonna take my time. But don't fight that good in your ear. Now let me blow your mind. All right, so Wednesday. Make sure you tune back in. It's going to be a very special live. You do not want to miss it. Wednesday at 5, we glow all the way live. You know where to find me. ColoredOnlyCafe.com, Instagram Colored Only Cafe, Instagram Group Glow Up, and TikTok. Last but not least, because y'all know y'all can miss me on Facebook. I have not been on Facebook in nearly a year. You can miss me there, but on TikTok you can find me as Colored Only Courtney. So until next time, y'all know what to do. Glow up, pull up, rise up by any means necessary. And if you have not watched Saturday's State of the Melanin Address, make sure you do that. I was joined by two of my very good brothers, Palmetto Star and none other than Brother William Dukes, both here in the A. Okay, so make sure you go back and watch that from Saturday. It was a very good one, very live one, great discussion, and it's right on time, as y'all already know.